Welcome to this First Alert Weather Plus forecast. I'm Chief Meteorologist Rachel Garceau, and as always, we start with what's on the way this week. We have a relatively cool kickoff to the work week coming our way after that front that rolled through on Sunday and brought us those quick rounds of rain and storms and breezy winds. Lots of sunshine on Monday, but temperatures notably cooler than normal. However, the cool down doesn't last long. Temperatures rebound into very pleasant territory by the middle of the week, and we will keep sunshine in abundance for our final full week of the summer season. It is almost fall. Fall begins officially on Monday the 22nd, midday, 12:19 Mountain Time. That is that autumnal equinox coming our way. So just a few days left of the summer season. I know one of the favorite activities for fall is leaf peeping, as those leaves turn to those beautiful reds, golds, and oranges. So unfortunately, though, in southwest Idaho, you have a little while to wait. So as we talk about the average timing of that peak fall foliage, up in the mountains, we start seeing the leaves changing late September into early October. So a couple weeks to go there, but normally it takes until later October for places like the Treasure Valley, Magic Valley to start seeing those leaves turning. So late October is likely prime leaf peeping time, but in just a couple weeks you can start heading up in elevation and get your fill of those fall colors. This week though, it may feel a whole lot more like summer than fall, appropriately, as this, of course, our final few days of the summer season. By Thursday, we're up to 86 degrees. That will be our warmest of the work week, but you can see temperatures in the 80s starting on Wednesday this week. We see a little dip coming in on Sunday, right back to really pleasant conditions for the start of the fall season. So despite our temperatures on the cool side on Monday, really quick rebound. So if you enjoy fall, hey, Monday might be your day. If you're not quite ready to let go of summer, the rest of the week is for you. And we don't see any chance of precipitation really until the weekend. So there's a system taking shape over the coming weekend, the final weekend of summer. A little complex, a little far out at this point to judge exactly what the impacts might be, but I do think we'll see a chance of a couple more showers coming in. But from Monday through Friday, things are looking very quiet, very mild. And that is courtesy of a ridge of high pressure that will continue to amplify during the week. Wednesday ends up being that warmest day, nice comfy temperatures. And late in the work week, that ridge of high pressure starts to subside a bit as we see a system that stays mostly off to our northwest, at least according to this model. But by Saturday, a lobe of energy from that system kind of breaks off, becomes what we call a closed low. And that looks like it will shift up into Idaho by the start of fall into early next week. Now, at this point, we saw temperatures rising. They cooled on Sunday, rose a bit early in the work week. So again, not all of our models agreeing on the exact impacts, but I think at some point early in the fall season, we will likely start seeing those temperatures cool a bit. But hey, for the next week or so, really enjoyable sweater weather in the morning and then short sleeve weather in the afternoon. Our mornings will be cool. That's where you'll feel the changing of the season. So looking across the west at our future cast, the rain and storms from the system on Sunday. By Monday and Tuesday, well off to our east. You can see by Tuesday, it is quiet, clear across the entire west, and it stays that way all the way through Thursday into Friday. Now, by Friday, as that system starts to make its approach from the southwest, enough moisture coming in, we'll likely see clouds building in by Friday. Couple showers possible in the mountains. You can see rain and storms developing over Nevada and portions of California. Not much happening on Saturday, but then another round of energy comes in on Sunday. That could also trigger, like we just talked about, the possibility of a few isolated pop-up showers and storms. But again, not all of our models are agreeing on the timing of these, the precipitation and the dynamics of the atmosphere. So we'll see what happens, but it does look like over the next week or into the next week, we could have some shower activity. But hey, in the short term, no excuses not to mow the lawn, work out in the yard or the garden, or wash the car. I think you're safe to do that for the first time in a while, especially Monday through Thursday. Things are looking good. We have lots of sunshine out there, nice quiet winds. Let's talk temperatures across the northwest for the start of the work week. Monday will land only in the low 70s across the Snake River Plain, 60s in the mountains along the west coast. You can see Seattle and Portland in the 70s as well. We warm up in a big way on Tuesday. In fact, this is hot for mid-September in Portland, pushing 90 degrees there, 84 in Seattle as that ridge of high pressure amplifies across the entire west. We're beautiful on Tuesday. This is a Goldilocks day, right? Not too hot, not too cold, just right with highs around 80 degrees in Boise, low 70s in the mountains, mid 80s as you head up towards Lewiston and Spokane. Now on Wednesday, the west coast starts to cool just a little bit, but still really pleasant. Low 80s for Portland. Central Oregon lands in the mid 80s. Same with the Treasure Valley. You can see that cool air off to the east. Casper, Wyoming in just the 60s. Idaho Falls in the mid 70s, but still really pleasant conditions for the middle of the week. Let's talk about that long-term outlook, the 7-day outlook for the Central Mountains. We start off in the upper 60s in our mountain locations on Monday. Slim chance of a shower or storm hanging on into Monday morning from that exiting system from the weekend. I think it's more likely, though, that sunshine wins out on Monday. Monday. Sunshine will continue to win out for the rest of the work week, up near 80 in the mountains by Friday. There's that slim chance of a shower or storm coming in on Saturday, but you can see temperatures stay very pleasant. Mid-40s in the mornings, though, so it will be chilly. Maybe extra blanket on the bed type territory in the mountains this week. In the Magic Valley, cool mornings as well. So like I said, it might be an onion type week where you dress in layers in the morning and peel them off as the day progresses and starts to warm up. Only upper 60s in the Twin Falls area to around 70 in the Magic Valley for Monday. Then we rebound nicely into the low 80s by Thursday. Normally we're in the upper 70s this time of year. So final few days of summer, definitely feeling summer-like in Twin Falls. Little cool down takes shape over the weekend with that system coming in that will also bring a very slim chance of a spot shower to the region. All right, 7-day outlook for the Boise area. We talked about that warm up hitting the Treasure Valley. Tons of sunshine. Thursday ends up being the warmest day at 86 degrees. Just beautiful. Talked about that increasing cloud cover as the moisture from the southwest starts building in, but still temperatures stay comfy. If you have weekend plans right now, things are looking good. We'll still be in the 80s on Saturday. We start dropping a bit on Sunday with a chance of a shower. Remember, though, those mornings will be cool, starting off every morning in the 50s. So grab that jacket as you head out the door. Thanks so much for tuning into this First Alert Weather Plus forecast. I'll see you next time.